G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Misplay Central. This is going to be a thoughts video on how I feel about Spirit of Rebellion now that we've seen the whole set. So there's a lot of good to say about the set. I think there are a lot of cards in the set that are playable. And as someone who's been playing trading card games for a very long time, to see such a large percent of the set being playable is unusual. It's weird for me personally, but very welcome. Very, very welcome. I feel like the set has expanded on archetypes that in the first set were there but didn't really have the support they needed, and it's also added a few new tricks to the game as well. For example, mill for both heroes and villains. I don't know why I just spent that. Probably because I'm very bad at speaking, but whatever. Heroes and villains both got some decent mill options. Villains got fuck, what's its name? Anyway, it's an ambush card, 2 cost, yellow. Remove one of your range die to mill 4 from your opponent's deck. That's beastly. 4. That's more than 10% of their deck, which is amazing. Heroes got... what's it called? Far out, I'm not remembering cards very well today at all. They got Spynet, which is amazing. It's a 1-cost support that whenever you roll Focus, mills 1 card off of their deck. So if you've got 2 in play, roll Focus, exhaust your supports, and mill them too. This in addition to Heroes' already decent ability to mill the opponent's deck. What else did they get? They got healing. Heroes got healing to go with second chance, so now heroes can actually stay alive long enough to successfully mill a person out. Lone Operative provides healing in yellow. It also has discard faces, which is really good, and both got access to Long Con, which takes a few uses, but eventually ends up destroying decks if it goes off, which it can. A lot of the characters are very playable. And reasonably priced. I had this gripe when they first started spoiling Spirit of Rebellion characters. I thought, and still do, Obi-Wan and Jin especially are far overpriced for what they do. Obi-Wan is a supporting character that has the points of a main character, and that's despicable. Jin's ability to reduce your first event by 1 cost in yellow, where all of your events are fairly cheap anyway, is not worth the fact that you'll only be able to play her as a 3-die deck. It's not good. And yeah, she has a lot of 2s on her die, but the thing is, she can only benefit from 1 side of her die at a time, or 2 if you're running her elite, which means that she kind of fucks up in that department, and I don't like it. What else can we say? Lost my train of thought. It's interesting to me that Red Villain got 2 non-unique characters. This does make sense for a few cards. There are some cards that that work for non-unique red characters, including in one of my videos, 6 cards from Awakenings that could be better. Endless Ranks gets a lot better now because TIE Pilot and Death Trooper are both far better targets than First Order Stormtrooper. You get some really nice supports and some really good neutral cards, which is pretty damn good. Blue Hero got a bit of the support I feel like it needed. Destiny, I didn't realize what this card did when I first saw it. I thought it was remove X dice to play a card with cost equal to or less than the number of dice you moved, but no, it's the value of the dice you moved. So if you remove a 3-cost die, you get to play a 3-cost card for free. That's a lot better than I thought it was. I'm actually looking forward to playing that. I'm not playing it currently because I can't think of a good combination of characters to play it with, but I'll get there. I will get there, I promise. Yeah, overall I think the set is very well put together. There are a few gripes I have with it though. There are obviously cards in there that are not going to see play. I don't think Resolve, for example, is very worthwhile. like discard a card to reroll their dice, it's okay. The card has a cost, it takes an action to use. You can't do it more than once in a turn. But the other side of things is cards that are perhaps too good, or are really good but lend too much strength to already oppressive things. For example, there are a lot of things in this set that make Rey and Han far stronger than they already were, which I don't like. I don't like Rey Han because it is a very non-interactive deck when built properly. It's a very boring deck to play against because you don't get to do anything while your opponent is just playing all of their things. We got Swiftness, which is a card that gives any other card ambush. This is a great card, but it makes that deck so disgusting, especially when you consider the fact that Force Speed now exists, a blue ability with 0 cost, which the special of is that you get to take 2 actions after that. So you can go Swiftness into Force Speed on Rey, which gives 2 shields to Han, by the way, and then you've got 2 more actions, which goes Rey rolls in, potentially gets the Force Speed die, and Force Speed is a 1 in 2 chance. Then you use Force Speed and you get 2 more actions, most of which are going to be ambush, because let's be honest, your deck runs all of the ambush. I think it's a bit degenerate, and I'm not looking forward to having to play against it ever. I personally won't play it because I find the deck boring to play as well as against. But yeah, it's not something I want to see. We also see a lot of power given to blue villain over blue hero, and I'm just uncomfortable with that idea. There's a lot of aggro strats, which, as a non-aggro player, annoys me, and granted that's a personal thing, that's not necessarily a bad thing on design point, I just don't like aggro decks. You could disagree with me there and you'd be well within your rights to do so. But yeah, that's my gripes. Beyond that, beyond some silly costs on characters, some bad cards, and some degenerate ones, I think Spirited Rebellion has been a very good set. I'm so keen to play most of what it has to offer. I've already found that TIE Pilot has become one of my favorite red characters. Wingman is a really good card. Just so much interesting things to look at. If you've not yet looked at it, I suggest you do. It's a fantastic set. All that said, I'm Nick at Misplay Central, and I will see you next time. Bye!